Yo, 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 welcome to the Bitcoin Cash live show. Haven't made a video in a while, so I thought I'd jump here while the time was right and make a quick little video here. See if anybody joins the chat. I got a couple things that I wanted to touch on here, and I already got pretty much a little game plan up here, so see if anybody jumps on the chat here. Been watching some of these altcoins like I always do, and some stuff that's kind of right in your face that nobody's talking about. So I'm gonna dive into that and touch base on maybe some prices on Bitcoin Cash, maybe in the near, before the end of the year. Let's just say that, end of the first of the year, maybe January, February, where prices might be going, that kind of thing. It's usually a big part of this community. Everybody's fixated on the price, right? They want the price to go up. Well, that's part of it. I get it. The price doesn't dictate how good the network's running, but nonetheless, the price action is going to come, and it's going to be huge. It's going to be like a 5-6x gain, probably be around $500-$600 per Bitcoin Cash. And that can happen really quick here, and I'm gonna demonstrate some of this stuff here on Binance right here. I got Bitcoin Gold pulled up. I also got Neo and Gas over here. I got Gas pulled up. I'm gonna throw a Neo. I'm gonna throw that on top of that, an overlay, and kind of show you kind of where I'm going with this stuff and why I think Gas against the USD price and Neo against the USD price has an effect on Bitcoin Cash. This channel is branded Bitcoin Cash, but at the end of the day, I think some of these correlations between some of these altcoin markets and Bitcoin Cash is relevant. So see if anybody will join the chat here. If you're checking in, guys, I haven't made a video in a while. It's been busy. A lot of work recently, so hadn't made the time. It's not that I didn't have the time, I just didn't make the time to do a video. So I'm hopping on here tonight. It's Sunday evening here. Most of the people that watch here probably have maybe forgotten about the channel, but we're still here. ℚ𝕚𝕍𝕚 no stream. Yeah, I just haven't had really an ambition to make the stream. I'm gonna try to make some streams here over the next couple weeks here. We got the Bitcoin Cash conference coming in next month, and I think some solid price action too to follow. I think that's this week's been kind of interesting for crypto, and not really for so much for Bitcoin Cash, but nonetheless, a lot of these altcoins they end up kind of moving together in sync too. So it's all relevant. I got a lot of stuff maybe I could get excited about, and a lot of stuff we can talk about on the channel if anybody brings up any topics worth discussing or any kind of things like that. So yeah, we're all jump into it. I'll just kind of pull up the prices here on some of these altcoins. A lot of interesting action here. ℓ𝑥. This coin, it moved back in April with all the other altcoins. It almost matched the all-time high. In fact, it could have surpassed it, and then came back down, kind of like ETC did, and it just didn't capture any of that higher action. But not too really concerned about this actual coin here as much as the actual crypto market, because a lot of these coins, I've been talking about this for over a year on this podcast, and I've been talking about it in my previous channel that I deleted back in 2019 when Zcash was sitting at $25. Bitcoin Cash was sitting quite a bit higher from where it's at now, but still, you go back and you think about these dates that are are relevant to all this stuff. It's all very in sync. And when you zoom out and you see the big picture of it, you kind of start to notice some things, especially when you watch it as frequent as I do, and you obsess over it as frequent as I do. You kind of start seeing some similarity. So, since price is kind of where everybody's head's at 90% of the time, I feel like, at least for the people that are invested in this stuff, I think we are in for a decent sized gain on quite a bit of altcoins, not just necessarily Bitcoin Cash, although Bitcoin Cash is down 82% for the year, and it's down on Core, and there's several other coins that are quite interesting that are down too. So I'm going to point out this similarity. I'm going to see if anybody else joins in here. I kind of want to savor the moment, see if anybody joins in here, but I got 3 people in here, so if you're live, if you're live in the chat, thanks for coming down. We're here to support crypto any way we can, even if it's just making these little dinky chats and getting online and doing the damn thing. It is worth our time. So I got Bitcoin Gold pulled up here, not a coin that I really talk about too much. I probably got some of this coin sitting in various exchange wallets that I have access to and don't have access to, and choose not to move around, and just choose not to even fool with it. But I do have this coin brought up today, this evening, for a reason. I watch a lot of coins, guys. I don't just watch Bitcoin Cash, even though it's my most bullish position, but nonetheless, I watch the whole market, and when I see these little obscurities come into play, like, I don't know, Bitcoin Gold, trading at, we were trading briefly here, very briefly, at, I want to say, around $46, even though it's only registering here on a 44. And I could zoom in and play with this a little bit and probably pull it up on. But this is all Binance. It caught me off guard on Robinhood, actually, just because I use Robinhood to, not to store or use anything but to buy crypto, but just because I like the user-friendly nature of it, and I like to see what coins are up and that kind of thing. So, Bitcoin Gold, guys. It's nothing worth talking about today. It's nothing worth talking about tomorrow. It's nothing worth talking about anytime, unless you think it's a good time to. And I think it's a good time to. It's a good time to point this stuff out because, since July, we haven't touched these levels. And in fact, we went up beyond these levels, up to, I think, $46. So, what does this have to do with Bitcoin Cash? Well, I'm going to get into that. I'm gonna, like I said, savor the moment here. See if anybody joins in the chat. See if I got anybody talking. We got 4 people in the chat, so just the same usual few. But you might ask, like, what the heck does this have to do with Bitcoin Cash? It has to do a lot with Bitcoin Cash, because the thing is when you watch these cryptos as frequent as I do, I don't have to apply any kind of formula or any kind of. I don't have to play Johnny Whiz-Kid and the indicators and try to build up an argument based on essentially BS, because crypto doesn't follow really any of these technical indicators. And the moment somebody tries to say, oh, well, the moving average, or the this Arrow indicator, or this and this is saying this is going to happen, it does the exact opposite, or it does something that you would never expect. But I think really where I'm going with this is we got a massive pump right here, guys, on Bitcoin Gold. And the most interesting part about it is I'll zoom in on the 5-day, is it all happened within about 2 hours. So we saw, normal trading, for the last, as long as we can remember. And just kind of parallel with the market here, and then all of a sudden, randomly, it shoots up 130%, and then within that same hour and a half period, goes down to roughly, 17%, 20% in a 24-hour period. But this is huge, guys, because when we start seeing these movements, when we start seeing these cryptos fill the gaps, and maybe that could be like a coin phrase we use to kind of describe the movements of crypto, is they fill the gap. As people aren't trading this stuff and computers are trading it back and forth, and CZ from Binance, before he even built the exchange, was building out high frequency trading software for NASDAQ, and that's what he did. So a lot of these exchanges will fill the gaps. They will push these prices, and they will slosh the volume around, and they'll move massive amount of coin to achieve these little gaps. And I think this one right here, I'm not saying that this particular moment in time that Bitcoin Gold was doing that, filling the gap. We'll call it filling the gap or filling the gaps. But nonetheless, within this hour and 45-minute period, we saw 130% pump on Bitcoin Gold, and then we came all the way back down in that same hour and a half period, and we traded roughly about 17 to 20%, and we're about 17, 20% up for the week. I don't even know where we're at now. It doesn't matter. But the point is when we see these massive, massive gains, and these are massive gains in terms of an altcoin. Even the green candlestick on the year chart almost puts us back in March of, and I want to say we hit $46. I feel like I saw it at 46. I was watching it when it happened. As I do time to time with any of these altcoins, if I see something weird or kind of, something that doesn't really make sense happen. So Bitcoin Gold, we went all the way up to March 2022 price here on this one candlestick. But bear in mind, you weren't watching this, and you didn't have, you had this position, a short position in Bitcoin Gold, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't think a lot of people are trading most of these altcoins, even the good ones. I would say Bitcoin Gold is technically an okay, it's a good altcoin. It's got functionality. You can send Bitcoin Gold. It's relatively fast. I don't know what the fees are part up to Bitcoin Cash, but if we start talking about fees, there's cryptos that are cheaper than Bitcoin Cash, even for in that respect. There's ₚ I think Bitcoin SV is actually considerably under in transaction costs, but that's beside the fact here. The fact of the matter is if you're interested in Bitcoin Cash, if you're interested in crypto, if you're interested in peer-to-peer payments, if you're interested in any of the cool stuff that it does, which I think peer-to-peer payments are at the top of that list, when we start seeing filling the gap, these 130% pumps out of nowhere, I can't stress to you, there was no reason for this pump to happen. It was literally out of nowhere. Saturday, 150% pump and then back down. There's absolutely no reason for this to happen. No news articles online. There's no, there's no this, that, or the other saying, Bitcoin Gold pumped massively. Nobody's talking about it. But now I will beg to, I will, how do I say this? I will recall a moment in time where I saw Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Cash trading and Bitcoin Diamond, not on that same day, but Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash trading very, very high on the same day, almost battling for top 24-hour volume on the World Coin Index. I think it was like December, January of 2017, 18, somewhere around there. Now, Bitcoin Gold was at over $400 or $500 for a short period of time. Bitcoin Cash was, I think it hit $4,600 or $4,700 on KuCoin or some of the exchanges. I don't remember what exchange it hit that the very tip top. But Bitcoin Cash was trading roughly at like $4,038, $4,000 around the same time Bitcoin Gold was trading at almost $500 USD. So when we start seeing these little price pumps on these altcoins that have familiarity to me in moments of time that have already passed, that I remember very vividly, I get excited. I mean, I get excited not because I have massive bags of Bitcoin Gold and I'm waiting for it to do another pump, but I'll show you another similarity too on another set of coins, or another coin that kind of has the same trend. And this might be alt season right now. This might be a good time to, if you have money to buy altcoins, might be a good time. Because we're starting to see some of these other coins move too. Backing up here, I'll pull it up. It's kind of down right now, gas. So gas, what is gas? Well, gas is gas. Gas is NEO. To send NEO, you gotta have gas. You can't send NEO without having gas. You can only send sync. And just while we're on the topic of NEO, by the way, they just discussed it at they had a little, not really conference, but I don't know the name of the, let's pull it up, so I don't give you fake information yet. So at USC, University of Southern California, decoding Web3, they were talking about NEO. They were talking about not just NEO, but here they are talking about NEO, kind of the future on how to build a business on Web3. NEO is just little stuff like this. You can go through and read all this stuff. It's not really important if you're not a dev, but nonetheless, NEO, give you a little history of NEO. It's one of the older projects, even though NEO itself, and I have gas pulled up, but again, you have to have gas to send NEO. It's kind of the same thing with Ethereum. I guess Ethereum kind of mimics the idea of NEO. This was considered, I think they were calling this the Chinese Ethereum a couple years ago. But regardless of it being the Chinese Ethereum or it being NEO, the project's got some history to it. And I recommend you go back and look at it and see kind of the people that are in charge of this project and where this project was going and things like that. I think they were gonna rename it from the original project, actually, I think was 2014. 2012, 2014. Throw it in the chat if you know. Leave it in a comment, but looks like I got a couple comments. I'll read those in a second. But this was formerly AntShares. So AntShares was formerly NEO. NEO was formerly AntShares. AntShares was the parent project of this project. We called it a NEO. So they got a block explorer. They have their own native wallet. It works perfectly. I've tried it. I've used it. I've moved coin around. I have. I mean, to me, a good sized bag of this coin. It's relative to my budget, but nonetheless, here I'm kind of drifting off topic. So let me get back on here and not drift away from my topic here. So right here, we got NEO, right? So it's not a massive pump. I don't want you to think it was like just some crazy pump. But again, that candlestick went up to almost $3. So on a coin that's trading just 30 cents above $2, for it to go to $3, it's a pretty big pump on a candlestick. I mean, it's gone back down. I think it's like 7 or 8% up now. But we start getting these movements. We start getting these gaps filled by whether it's the exchanges, whether it's people shifting coin around that are able to fill these gaps and see these gaps in the market. I don't mean like a Ponzi type scheme type filling the gap. I mean legitimately filling the gaps. There's open gaps in some of these prices. And maybe I'll overlay NEO because NEO and gas were both up. They were up over 10% today. You know, briefly, NEO was up a lot more than that. At almost, you know, almost $4 here. You know, we've came down. It's came down since then, and this gas never stays up there very long. You know, even with NEO. But if I overlay NEO on top of this, so you kind of see where I'm going with this. I promise there's a point. So yeah, kind of the same thing. Doesn't really show the big spike like I would have hoped. But NEO was up too quite a bit today too. It was up over, you know, we're looking at, you know, it came down a little bit, but nonetheless, they move together. And I start to think here, if we got Bitcoin and gold, and I'd be curious to see what Bitcoin Diamond is doing. I mean, I know nobody's buying this coin, or no, maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but you know, same little thing here, a little pump action here. I don't really know if this would constitute a pump. I mean, not really. This is the first time I'm looking at this, so I don't want you guys to think, but you look, go back here. So, you know, this is the same kind of thing here. So this little 3-month period, if we just zoom out here, I mean, look, it's like, it's 100% gain. You know, this is on the 3 months, so this is a little bit, you know, more choppy. You could maybe say, well, you know, the market was up that day and this coin just happened to go up, but it goes right back down. So there's some kind of automated, you know, a lot of people say most of the volume in crypto is BS, and that may or may not be true, but you know, these are some kind of weird price action. So maybe I'm just, you know, hyping something up that doesn't need to be hyped. But I think it's worth talking about, and I think it's probably in the near term maybe important, or maybe not important. You know, throw it in the chat, throw it in a comment, let me know I'm not crazy here. I mean, did anybody see this pump on Bitcoin Gold of over 130% up in an hour, and then wonder why it went back down in that same hour and a half? I mean, if you had a short position right here, you could have really banked. But I would say if you had any kind of big short position, maybe this wouldn't have even have happened. That's even more crazy, right? Well, what do you mean? Like, if you had a $100,000 short position right here, this wouldn't have happened. Exactly what I said. You got 5 people in the chat, guys. We're lighting up the damn place tonight. Hey, Chadwick, long time no stream. Yeah, I know. Is that pure manipulation? Probably. So most of my BCH in September 2021, but held on to one coin. Kind of regretting not selling it. Any hope for BCH? I've been out of the loop for over a year now. Yeah, Brady, we'll talk about it. Let me see what this other. Let's see. What's your thoughts on these altcoins like BCH, BCE? Well, to be fair, Ethereum Classic hit an all-time high last bull run. Stark Origin, what's good? Speculators on non-believers always become exit liquidity for true believers and long-term holders. Also, most coins are built on centralized chains that can be shut down anytime. Yeah. So another centralized chain, guys, now is Ethereum. Not Ethereum Classic, which I call Ethereum, but ETH, ETH. It's a centralized chain, guys. Say what you want. It doesn't matter if anybody's running more full nodes are in America or in Antarctica. It doesn't matter. You have stakers that are controlling the network. If they want to change protocol, they can. It's that easy. So back to Brady Y. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, Brady. So thanks for coming. I got my QR code, guys, up in the top right corner if you want to send me a micro payment and actually use the network. I got my Bitcoin Cash QR code. Feel free to send me some Bitcoin Cash. But yeah, do I think there's a future? What was the question? River Page, I'll throw your question in there too. This is buy time. I mean, this is like, you know, this is buy time, guys. I mean, on a lot of these coins. I think there's definite future in Ethereum Classic. I think there's definitely a future in Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Gold even definitely got a big future. You know, relative to the market. You know, right now it seems like if I don't know if the music's too loud, guys, but it's all relative to the market. So right now, is last May, you know, December 2020 up through May of 21, and then it kind of went back down. These two coins right here were pretty much bringing in the new people. Even on Doge, you had to go through Bitcoin. I mean, a lot of exchanges don't offer straight Doge buys. So the old Dogecoin had to go through Bitcoin first even to get these all-time highs, which I've told you guys before. I had over $2 million USD with Dogecoin. Sold too early. So that you make these mistakes, these crucial mistakes. You know, I sold Doge at Doji at like, I don't know, like 0.003, and then it went to like 0.06, and I'm like, oh man, I missed out. I'm not gonna buy it. It's gonna go down again. It went to like 0.70 cents, and I'm like barfing as I'm seeing like $2.1 million worth of Doge just exit my bag. But that's the problem with this stuff, guys. You get fixated on one thing and you forget the whole idea of the whole premise on why you're even holding this stuff. So, you know, we have all these coins. I mean, Aptos, APT. I don't know what the hell this thing is, but it's been pumping all weekend. You know, we had Cardano last bull run. I mean, it went up like way higher than Bitcoin Cash, way higher than BSV, way higher than a lot of the altcoins that I hold. You know, am I sour on the fact that it went up? No. I'm glad it went up. I'm glad Charles Hoskinson's coin, you know, mooned right here and, you know, opened up people's eyes. A lot of people jumped in on it. A lot of people were talking about ℚ right around here. That's where a lot of people went in. And they lost a lot, because I remember I was watching, this is when I was kind of getting into like the newer YouTubers to kind of just see kind of where their mind was at on crypto, because a lot of them really weren't. You could tell they you know, just based on their videos being relatively new, you know, that they weren't into crypto very long. They were just trying to jump on the hype train and get YouTube views, and they're probably not even talking about crypto anymore. In fact, I know some of them aren't. But for shits and giggles, I was watching some of these people, and a lot of these people jumped into ℚ like on this jump, and then they held, and then they're like, oh fuck, it went down, and then they sold at a loss, and then it went right back up. Some people got swallowed with that later on too. They lost more, but yeah, I'm not mad that ℚ went up. I'm not mad that this coin went up and my coin didn't go up. It's a stupid way of looking at it. And if you think of it like that, you're thinking of this stuff the wrong way. There's no one coin, and it's not just Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is a coin. It's a great coin, but it's not the only freaking coin on here that's going to go up thousands of percents from where it's at today. And if anybody's going to say that in this channel or any other channel, that Bitcoin Cash is the only coin that's worth anything, or the only coin, you know, I've been watching some BSV videos where people are talking about BSV being the only coin. That's not how any of this works. There's going to be different coins, for one, for different stuff, for different things, but just because of the markets and the way that the exchanges operate, they move this volume around. So if you're looking at price action for one coin, and you're fixated on price action, and you just want to buy the coin that goes up the most, well, here's the coin right here. It's Binance coin. We've looked at this, guys, you know, a bunch of times on this channel. This coin right here, you can buy this thing anytime. It has been a winner. You know, not right here, obviously. If you jump in right here and then you get scared and sell, but it's gonna go up. Binance coin is the coin to buy. I mean, if you're trying to just gain dollars and trying to play that song and then play into that story, this was the coin to buy. ℚ was another one. I'm not too big on this coin, Binance coin. I mean, I like CZ. I think he's a amazing person in in general. He's a stand-up guy. He seems like he's always doing good things for the community. He's very transparent. But I don't own any of Binance coin. So does this make me a bad investor? No, it's just not the coin for me. Maybe I'll change my view in the future when it's 1,000, 2,000 USD, 3,000 USD. But right now, I like to focus on the coins that I think work for me, that are for me, where I see potential. And I think payments, peer-to-peer payments in crypto, is probably one of the most undervalued assets in the space. And I think coins that are geared for and primed and ready to enter that payment space, like Bitcoin Cash, Digibyte, Monero, Zcash, Bitcoin SV. There's a lot of them, and I think those coins really are where my interests are. So it's just personal interest, guys. I'm not gonna ever sit back here and sit on this channel and just talk shit about a coin, or if it's a scam, I'm gonna tell you it's a scam. There's people in my dinky little chat room that have been like, oh well, buy this coin or buy that coin, and I look it up and it's just like an Ethereum ₚ token, and you just know it's crap, and that kind of stuff is like, that's worth bringing up, because you don't want to see people get fucking burned in crypto. I mean, like, what was that one what was that coin that Kim Kardashian was? What was it like? It was called like Ethereum Killer or some shit. She got sued recently because of that. I don't know who she got sued by. I didn't read into it, but like, it was called Ethereum Killer or something. It was some stupid coin, and it was like an ₚ token that was staked by one person who just dumped his bag on all these people. And I laughed because I've been the idiot holding the bag in the end, and I've lost the money. So, I'm not going to sit here and say it hasn't happened to me, but, people got to get burned a couple times in crypto before they actually warm up to it and actually develop a liking for it and an understanding of it, because a lot of these people are fucking just, and they're going to get eaten alive, man. They don't know anything about crypto. They think they've spent all this time looking at it, and, oh, I've spent all this time reading it. Well, how long have you spent? A couple months? A couple hours here and there for a few weeks, and you're an expert now? At my old job, man, there was like 4 or 5 people that would do that. They thought they knew everything about crypto, and like, I would hear them talk in circles. I just sit there and listen, and they sit there and talk, and I'd throw in little questions here and there, and it's just like, you throw in these little questions, and immediately you can tell that they don't know anything about it. They talk a big game about it, like they know about it, and then you say one little thing and it just discredits their entire argument. So you see a lot of that in crypto. It's like everybody's a crypto millionaire, but nobody has any crypto. That's a big mentality. A lot of people just jump in on the hype, just like GameStop and Tesla and all these other little hype stuff. They're here one day, they lose all their money, they're gone, they're back for the next hype 6 months, a year later. It's the same shit. Hey, Korean Boy J, what's good, HJ? Me BCH with Confidence Bro. Mark Cuban was on Twitter live for BCH Talk. Oh shit, really? Yeah, man, I've been busy. I've been doing little gig jobs here and there, because the real estate market's kind of slowed down a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, having a little bit of trouble getting a client. I have no clients right now for real estate at all, not even one. I've got about 2 people that I'm kind of priming for a win here, but I lost 4 clients, Jay, man. I lost 4 clients in the last 3 months. And they pulled the plug on me. I had a couple different people kind of blame me for their property not selling. And then, lo and behold, they listed with another realtor. And they finally took my advice with that other realtor on the price. And 1 or 2 of them are in escrow right now. But they're not my listings anymore. But yeah, man, I lost some business here in the last 3 months. So I've been doing a little bit of gig work to try to stay afloat here. So yeah, that's why I haven't been making a podcast. I've been driving around constantly, just trying to keep my head above water, so I don't have to dig in and pull from my my crypto. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make some more videos here, guys. We got the Bitcoin Cash conference coming up next month. I will not be attending that conference this year. Hopefully, they do it in another year. I just wasn't ready for it, and don't have the funds for it. I mean, I'm not gonna bullshit around the bush. I got nothing to lie to anybody in these chats about. I can't drop, 5,000-6,000 USD to go down to St. Kitts and join the party. I mean, I wish I was in a better position where I could, but right now I have to tighten up my monetary policy, kind of like Jerome Powell did, and just lay down the law on my own finances and just be straight up with myself. I'd like to go, but I'm not going. You don't get in life everything you want. You get in life what you are. And right now, I'm a broke son of a bitch, guys. Send your boy some money, guys. I got my Bitcoin Cash QR code in the top right. Got nothing to hide for you guys. Just send me a micro payment, send me a payment. Hell, send me $1 million. Anything works. I got that QR code in the top right. No, I'm doing okay, guys. I got a couple things brewing right now, but I don't curl up and die just because the economy's bad. I don't sit there and blame the president or blame the recession or blame any of this shit. I take responsibility and see what I can do better, see what I can do more, see how I can better myself, and take the blame out of everybody else. If things are bad, don't let life tell you what you're gonna be. Don't let the economy or the recession or any of this crap or any of these geopolitical issues dictate your life. Don't let people write your story for you. Don't let the economy or any of that crap. It's just an event. It doesn't really, so what? So what the economy? The economy's great. The economy's not great. So what? The fuck does it matter? There's plenty of people out here that don't sit around and whine about that shit. They make it happen, and it doesn't matter if it's a bad downturn or a great economy. You get through it. You learn how to roll up your sleeves and put in the work to get you to the next level. So the future's bright as ever. I mean, on my real estate career, you don't have any clients one day. I can make a video in 2-3 months and have 2 or 3 sales. I mean, that's just how quickly things can change. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold at $18, and then yesterday it was at $38 or $44. 130% up. Bitcoin Cash one day at $110, and by the end of the year we'd be sitting right back up to $1,500. Yeah, 15x, which would be just an insane gain if people had the money to throw into Bitcoin Cash right now. But I think the truth is that a lot of people don't. I mean, I'm not saying that people don't have money. The money's always flowing, and there's people that are making money in a downturn economy and all that stuff. And there's no lack of money, USD dollars right now. There might be, you might start hearing on the news we got a dollar crunch, or there's not enough dollars right now. But the fact of the matter is all those dollars they printed, a lot of them went to the stock market, and even though the Fed's been selling those off a lot over the last couple months, a lot of that money's still circulating around, and some may or may not be going into these cryptos. I like to think a lot of it is. But You know, people that are not afraid right now, and they're jumping in and you know, getting into crypto because they see it as an opportunity. I think those are people that can make like a 20x gain here in the next few months. I mean, the crypto market can move really fast. Here's a project I love to watch. This project, Steam Dollars. This has got the founder of this project's the founder of EOS as well. Steam Dollars and Steam, and you know, there's also Steam. So Steam Dollars, Steam. So this project's kind of weird. It kind of always moves at these like random times. And you know, it's something to keep an eye out on. I mean, it's not trading really that many places for Steam Dollars, but Steam's trading, you know, Binance. Got a big following. I mean, you know, it's just one of those crazy little altcoins. You know, it's yet to hit all-time highs. But I like looking at this coin. I like looking at coins that have been around for a little while. And I mean, I know this one only goes back to 2016, but you know, nonetheless, here it really paints a nice little picture for us here. Because Bitcoin Cash, you know, we don't see this. All we see with Bitcoin Cash is this. We see this little part. This is what we see. This is Bitcoin Cash. I mean, I'm looking at Steam. You might be like, "Oh, well, dude, you're not looking at the right coin. What do you mean?" Well, this is a mineable coin. Got a DPoS algorithm. I don't know anything about that. I'm just throwing little words in here, trying to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. But the release date was 2016. It's mineable. I don't know how many people are actually mining this coin. Probably not a lot, but who knows? Maybe there is a lot. I mean, it's doing $12.75 million worth of volume on Upbit in the last 24 hours. So that's more than I got in my bag. Binance doing 115,000, 500, half a million under the USD tab. It's doing another 115,000 on ETH trading pair. But you know, when you zoom in, it kind of looks a little like Bitcoin Cash. Like, yeah, Bitcoin Cash went up a little higher, whatever. But like, we only see on Bitcoin Cash where it was relative to the market when it was incepted, when it was forked, when it was created, when it was a continuation of Bitcoin, when Bitcoin kept going on. That's all we see is this, you know, this downward trend. But you know, you zoom out a little bit, things start looking a little different. You know, you got one of these coins that went way up, went way down. Well, you see some action it had over here or something. So who knows? Bitcoin Cash might have, you know, it might have looked a little something like this. Guys, if you're live, I'm live. We are doing a podcast tonight. I got my QR code in the top right corner. Send your boy a payment. Use the network. That's why it's here. That's why it's existing. To send your boy a payment of any type would be greatly appreciated. So Dash, kind of same thing, right? Like, Dash was incepted 1/19/2014, just a few years after Core, and just had a halving this past year on Dash. X11, you know, Dash mineable. You know, I tell you guys a billion times, I've always repeated myself on this. I think the coins that are mineable are really where a lot of the action is. But same concept with Dash. You zoom in on Dash, you know, we had price action back in 2014 from a 12x gain. Look, 12x gain on Dash. And then it, you know, it took almost, you know, 2 years for it to reach that same high, but it did. And then it went higher. And then, you know, I remember when Dash was sitting at $1,500, you know, right under it. I think it was at like 14.9 or something like that. Maybe it hit 15 on some of the exchanges, but you know, it's a big player, guys. Dash is a big coin. It's got a big following, especially in Latin America. And, you know, it works great as a payment system. All right, guys. Let's see what's going on in the chat. See what you guys are saying here. See if you guys are saying anything. I don't have any Steam. No, not even one. Not even one of those coins. Looks like a bunch of chat here. Green shirt for VCH Power, yeah. Yeah, I'm rocking a green shirt. You should open YouTube tab in front of your computer so we can see the chat. Yeah, but I got this great, got this great soundtrack here of some deep, chill hideout music. So we're hiding out online, guys. But I mean, I guess I could open another one. I kind of like looking at my phone, though. You know me, Jay. I don't really like to change something once I kind of get in a rhythm. Even though I haven't done a podcast in a while, I like to keep kind of things kind of in sync here. Green Boy J, where can I watch the Mark Cuban BCA talk? Was it recent? I don't know if it's saying ask that Ryan Griffin guy for the BCH podcast. Yeah, Ryan Griffin, he makes a good podcast. He's been updated. I've been watching him a little bit here and there. Still working 2 jobs, loading up on BCH. You're a smart man, dude. Yeah, keep work 2, 3 jobs. I mean, hell, if you can get a 3 job and you can squeeze it in, why not? Thanks, I'll have a look. Yeah, ask Ryan Griffith. He's pretty big in the. Is it Griffin or Griffith? I gotta know his last name. I don't want to be saying the Ryan. Yeah, I think it's Griffin. Griffin? Ryan Griffin? Ryan. Yeah, it's Ryan Griffith, guys. So I stand corrected. Ryan Griffith. He does a lot of Bitcoin Cash stuff down in like South Florida. I watch his YouTube here and there. He updates once every couple weeks, I think, or at least once every month, I think. I see I see his videos kind of pop up. But yeah, ask him, let us know. Yeah, man, Holland, welcome. You guys are having some pretty bad inflation there, I've seen too. I was watching the inflation charts and I saw Holland, man, the Netherlands, hitting some pretty bad inflation numbers. But I think the inflation numbers are a lot higher, guys. I don't. Just because somebody tells me on the news, I'm not like a monkey see, monkey do type person. I think inflation is quite a bit higher. Chad, is your second biggest bag of ETC? No. I think my second biggest bag is probably Bitcoin SV or Zcash. Let me tell you, Jay. I got nothing to hide here. So my second biggest bag is BSV. It looks like they're having some network issues. They got some minor mining empty blocks on the Bitcoin SV network, and some people are worried about it. I'm not really too worried about it. There's no rule against mining empty blocks. The only problem is if that miner decides to dump all those massive amount of Bitcoin SV, it could essentially, in theory, sink the price. But it's been kind of some news around Bitcoin SV with that miner. But I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think if anything, if he's smart, the miner's probably keeping the Bitcoin SV on the sidelines and holding it either for the long term or at least for a price rally. And there was some interesting stuff. He actually mined a block and put a little message in there. I think it was like 0.05 Satoshi, so kind of insinuating to raise the transaction costs to Bitcoin SV to 0.05 Satoshis. 0.05, 0.005, I don't know. The transaction, Bitcoin SV transaction fee is incredibly low. I mean, it's like I don't know, a fifth of a it's like 0.00001. 0.00001. It's really low. I mean, it's incredibly low. And even though that's great for the Bitcoin SV network, like the things that you can do with transaction costs that low, that miner's kind of saying, hey, man, we need to raise the transaction price a little bit, maybe give some upward pressure on the price so Bitcoin SV will rise a little bit. So yeah, my second biggest bag is Bitcoin SV, actually. The fuck? Yeah, I hope this miner doesn't fucking dump the price of Bitcoin SV, or I might, this position I have in Bitcoin SV might be really fucked. But yeah, Bitcoin Cash, my largest position, Bitcoin SV, Zcash, Neo, Dash, Ethereum Classic. Now I do have a pretty, actually, you know what? I do have a pretty big Ethereum Classic, not a crypto position, because I actually don't own a lot of Ethereum Classics. So back in 2020, I told you guys on this chat I bought ETCG, which is a grayscale holding trust for Ethereum Classic. I did this kind of as a experiment, because I kind of wanted to just see, over the next couple years, how these they're not ETFs, but they're basically custodial holding for crypto. I want to see how they kind of play out. So right now it's not playing out very well. I should have pulled the plug on it last May when it was almost 100,000 USD. I have 887 of them. It's like a 0.0 or not 0.0. I think each ETCG is equivalent to like 0.79 of Ethereum Classic. Then there's kind of a fee in there that's built, so it's actually quite a little bit less, like 0.68, I would say, guesstimating, approximate. Don't quote me on those exact numbers, but so right now, yeah, technically, I guess that Ethereum Classic position would be my second biggest position. My Bitcoin SVs is just shy of 8,000, and that position's a little over 8,000. So yeah, Ethereum Classic. Actually, thank you, Jay, for making me rethink what my holdings were. Bro, USB is for printing. Yeah, I know, man. They just keep printing, and I mean, nothing's on the gold standard. There's nothing backing this up except for trust, really. I mean, do you trust that $100 is $100? And do you trust what $100 will get you in this present day? Because it's all based on trust. That's all this is based on. It's not based on any kind of. There's nobody holding gold to back any of this stuff. There's, Fort Knox. I mean, you go back and look at the history of the gold standard hasn't been around for quite a while, guys. So it's based on literally just trust. So do you trust your neighbor? Do you trust everybody in this world that $100 will get you $100 worth of goods and services right now? Because as long as we keep trusting everybody else, and keep trusting the government, and keep trusting the monetary policy, and keep trusting the Fed, then yeah, the party keeps going. But the minute that trust is lost, the minute it's soured, everybody becomes a fool. So we lost the music, guys. Kind of lost my train of thought here. Guys, we're live on Bitcoin Cash. I'm Chadwick Bailey, your host. Your crypto host. You got my QR code at the top right, guys. Throw me a micro payment. Send me something, guys. I'm begging here. Send me a. I just want to open up my wallet and just see somebody dump 1,000 Bitcoin Cash. The likelihood of that's happening is about the same likelihood of me getting struck by lightning right now outside on a beautiful clear sky night in California. But nonetheless, guys, I'm here. I'm here to be your TA for the evening. USA has been printing paper money for 160 years, 9 months, 22 days from today. Wow. I'll believe that number. Jay, thanks for that important fact. And a lot of times, guys, the Fed doesn't really, they don't actually print the dollars. Just a bunch of ones and zeros on the balance sheet at the bank. Now, the reserves that the bank has had to keep in on reserves has been 0. It used to be 10. They loan out for every dollar, they loan out $10 and so on. The fractional reserve system. But since COVID, they loosened up so much the monetary policy. It's bound to end. I mean, the party's going to be up at some point, and we're all going to have to find a chair to sit in. And the people that don't have a chair to sit in, well, you know how that game works. You're pretty much fucked. So many people talk or influenced by misinformation when it comes to BCH. Until I send them 0.01 on chain, and they are surprised. Do you think this will change when markets start moving? Well, the Bitcoin Cash River page is doing a conference down in St. Kitts. I'm sure you're aware. But it's 100% Bitcoin Cash adoption. I'm not going to be, hopefully somebody will, Ryan Griffith or Jeremy, I think, from Bitcoin Podcast, I'm sure he'll be going, or Bitcoin Jason. I'm assuming these Bitcoin Cash ambassadors will be at the conference, so hopefully we'll have some footage of like real adoption, right? That's what we're kind of trying to fucking do here, and bless your soul here, River Page, for making somebody see the essence of something, the true essence of crypto, which is when you send, a penny or even under a penny. I mean, I've gotten micro payments well under a penny for people watching this podcast. So I think the idea here, guys, is transaction costs. Like I said, Bitcoin Cash isn't the cheapest. Bitcoin SV is considerably lower in transaction costs. But when you start, then there's problems with Bitcoin SV too. I mean, you got this empty miner that's basically could sabotage the chain, and then it's like you have Ethereum Classic, which is mineable, and it's got relatively cheap transaction costs. I don't know how they par up to Bitcoin Cash. Maybe we could look at it one night, but you have double spending on Ethereum Classic, and then a couple months later you see it go to an all-time high. So it's really hard to tell. You have so many conflicting ideas and values, and then you have the price that just doesn't make any sense, and then you have the price that goes haywire on some coins. Like I said, Ethereum Classic. The price of Bitcoin Cash is going to get there for sure. I'm 1,000% confident. I'm convinced. I'm convinced. I'm not convinced because I'm so in the hole now at this point. I'm just convinced by basic principle. And guys, if you're in the chat, thanks for coming down. BCH will have another crash. I hope not. I hate to see Bitcoin Cash crash. If it does, whatever. I mean, good. When you take the speculation price, and you take the speculation out of all this crypto, the value is a lot less. It comes down to utility. What can this stuff do? How can this stuff operate? If you take speculation out of this whole tulip Ponzi scheme we got going on here, the value of all of these coins are a lot less. I hate to break it to everybody. The speculation is where a lot of this price action's even derived from. But people like to speculate. Humans like to speculate. I like to speculate, so I like to think that speculation will continue. Bearish, short-term, bullish, long-term. I'm not bearish at all, actually. I'm even if we cut in half here, even if we go down to what are we at, 110, so we go to 55 USD on Bitcoin Cash, it's not going to stay there long. In fact, it would be right back up, and I don't think it's going to go there. But I mean, we were sitting here, I was telling you guys months ago that 275, 260, we're not going to go any lower. And here we are touching $98 last month or the month before. So don't take my word for it. Me too. I'm hoping when thanks guys for lighting up the chat, and thanks for watching the chat, guys. I got 7 people in the chat, so appreciate you guys. If you're a real human, appreciate you stopping by. I don't know how many people are actually really watching. It says 7. Sometimes I'm kind of skeptical. I'm like, man, maybe there's 2 or 3 people actually watching this. But if you're here and you're a real human being, and or you're even an AI that's writing in this little chat room, it's kind of the regular people, so I don't think so. But I have had some people who I don't think are actually real people actually in the chat talking. And I don't really know how any of that stuff works, but it's possible. People I talk to don't like People I talk to don't like BCH based on straight false statements they read online. Yeah, people are stupid. And don't try to sell people on Bitcoin Cash. If they can't even understand the whole backstory of the fork, and a lot of them don't, they won't even go through that. They won't even be inconvenienced enough. They won't even be inconvenienced enough for one to even go back and look at the history of Bitcoin and what it actually is. If you ask 90% of these people, what does the title say on the Bitcoin white paper? For one, they don't even know what a white paper is, and 2, they're not going to say a peer-to-peer electronic payment system because they don't care. They want to buy what's cool. They want to buy Beanie Babies. They want to buy Pogs. They want to buy What's another fucking fad? Lululemon workout clothes. I mean, you hit the general public with a marketing scheme, they'll buy it up. That's what they do. They buy. You know, it's like Ford and Chevrolet. You know, if you drive a Ford and Chevrolet, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. They're not a car company. They're a marketing company. Chevy tough, like a rock, strong as I can be, like a rock. They have this pseudo-macho mindset of, oh, I'm gonna drive me a big truck. Now again, guys, I don't want you to take it the wrong way. People on this chat might drive a Chevy truck and they might drive a Ford truck. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Trust me, I saw there's a guy in my apartment complex who drives a big ass 2400, 2500 brand new Dodge Ram. That thing's badass. Now I wouldn't want to fill it up $200-300 worth of gas. It's not for me. I wouldn't drive it. I like looking at it. I think it's a cool truck. If somebody were to say, hey Chad, here's a free fucking truck, you know, all you gotta do is put gas in it. Well, maybe I'd have a change of thought. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Chevy, Ford, Dodge, most American car companies, they're not car companies. They're marketing companies. Think about it. The reason Bitcoin Cash hasn't had a bunch of people buying it is because the only people marketing it are me, maybe 10, 20 people. There's nobody out here marketing Bitcoin Cash. There's more people marketing against Bitcoin Cash. But why are they marketing against Bitcoin Cash? What would be the actual reason somebody would want to do that? Because if you have Bitcoin at the fork back in 2017, and then you had Bitcoin Cash for a year later to maybe see what happens, and then you get BSV, you get Bitcoin Gold, you get Bitcoin Diamond in there too. What would be the point of shitting on Bitcoin Cash or shitting on these other Bitcoin SV or Bitcoin Gold or Bitcoin Diamond? What would be the point of shitting on those coins? If you don't like it, all you got to do is sell it. You can go right back to Core. You can turn around and buy Bitcoin Core on the same fucking exchange you just sold it from. There's no point. There's no point to it. There's no energy exhausted. There's no reason to market against Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV. You don't really hear a lot of people talking shit about Bitcoin Diamond because nobody's talking about Bitcoin Diamond, and we see it pump 130% this past weekend. So go fucking figure, guys. So there's a lot of marketing against Bitcoin Cash for big names in the space for whatever reason. You know, if you don't like it, you just sell it. It's not that hard. You just do a little swap and you go right back to court. I don't know, maybe I said Bitcoin SV too much. It looks like 6 people just left the chat. So if you're still in the chat, thanks for sticking around. But okay, let's see. A lot of bot videos. I hope BCH for the long term. Hopefully it is resilient against all the FUD. Yeah, it's resilient. And the first video pops up on BCH is trash. Yeah, there's a lot of crap out there. Yeah, man, it's good to be back. I mean, I've still been here. I've been doing my damnedest to get a little bit of Bitcoin Cash. I bought maybe like, you know, not a whole lot, but I've bought maybe since I made the video, maybe like, I can tell you. Why don't I just tell you? Not a big position, guys, because like I said, this real estate thing, I just haven't been able to nail a deal yet. But I'm more optimistic than ever. But I've been doing a lot of these gig jobs, Uber, stuff like that. Uber food delivery. So I got nothing to hide, guys. I'm not a person who's ashamed of. I'm not like, oh my god, what am I doing? None of us know what the fuck we're doing. So the last 2 months, I've been able to like squeeze like 11 Bitcoin Cash I purchased. I still got them on Robinhood. I haven't even transferred them off to my cold or hot wallet, so they're still on here. So exactly, you know, the numbers I'm giving you are accurate here. I bought like 10 BSV, 11, almost 12 Bitcoin Cash, roughly $1,800 USD. Nothing really much, but you know, it adds up. You know, this is potentially 30 grand if we do a 15x. So You know, 15x is imminent at some point. So I don't really think of it like, oh my God, I have to get more. It's like when I have the money, I buy more. It's just that easy. It's that simple. It's not like my strategy is not anything that's like leveraged or anything like that. I don't have any risk like that involved. So I don't ever get scared and sell out. If I did that, I would have done that a long time ago. I mean, right now I'm probably down on most of my position. Considerably, you know, I'm down probably, I think in crypto right now I got a little under 40K, and you know, that's racking in losses, quite a bit of losses too. So I would say probably I'm down a little over, fuck man, probably at 40% on my overall bag. That's an approximate, but you know, whatever. Let's see what's going on here. Losing people in the chat, so it's all good. Nobody's holding you here. I hope BCH for the long term. Yeah, River Page, I'm with you on that. BCH to 15K. I'm still saying 20K, baby. Still saying it. I think it's gonna run the same course as Bitcoin Core. I really do. I really think it's possible. Chad, the Bitcoin Cash wallet holder chart dropped a lot. Which chart are you talking about? Just the, are you talking about this one? Or you just mean overall wallets? So I like to go here, guys, every once in a while. It's probably been 2 or 3 months since I've been on here, but this is how you par up. See how much, you know, where are you in this scale? So I'm like right here, you know, it's like, dude, why do you have to tell everybody how much you have? Well, why not? I got nothing to fucking hide. You know, I'm a small little fucking fish, man. I'm not some big fucking whale. Like, I'm not sitting on here trying to allure people or mislead people into thinking I'm a fucing whale. Nobody's gonna break into my little fucking apartment right here to steal my bag of crypto. By the time let's say if this little dinky bag of mine actually does become something in my lifetime, for that matter, I'll probably not live here. But for right now, I'm a small fucking fish. There's nobody interested in Chadwick Bailey. I'll tell you that right now. There's nobody interested. You know, I'm not some big fucking crypto holder, or, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm a big crypto holder, and, you know, come get me. I'm gonna flash my Rolex and drive my Lamborghini. I've had money to buy a fucking Lamborghini. I could have bought one last year. Could have bought 3 of them last year. Could have bought 3 Ferraris last year. But little old me, I'm sitting here holding my bag. I'm holding it. Going to 0, baby. It's gonna go to 0. It's gonna take me down with it. I don't know. What do you think about that, guys? Do you think I have a chance to be maybe one of the 21 million American millionaires in the country? 21 million American millionaires. I don't even think that counts people that just are a millionaire based on I think there's 21 millionaires that are in the United States alone. I think there's 21 millionaires. That doesn't even count people that have their house paid off that's over $1 million, when they have a net worth of their house in that million. Because the numbers would be a lot more. So, I don't know. Do you guys think I'm going to be a 0 kind of guy? Do I have that vibe about me? Or do you think I'm going to be like a millionaire crypto bag holder? Because right now, I'm just a small little dinky fish, guys. I'm like a little, I don't know what size fish you'd put me in the Bitcoin Cash world, but I'd probably be like a, I don't know, maybe a branzino fish? Oh, man. All right, so, but yeah, see where you par up on here, guys. I mean, there's not a lot of people ahead of me. You know, there's that's Satoshi right here, baby. That's Satoshi, and you know what? He hasn't sold his Bitcoin Cash. He hasn't sold it. This is probably like Roger Ver and Jihan and maybe Craig Wright, maybe right here. Vitalik. I don't know. Vitalik might have sold his Bitcoin Cash. Kind of seems like it. Kind of. I don't really know about Vitalik, man. I don't know if I'm buying all that crap from him. Vitalik, fuck you! What you gonna do about that, buddy? Bro, don't waste your time trying to explain BCH people. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, man. Fuck people, dude. I try to tell people about Bitcoin Cash, but if I see that they're not interested or they're like, they don't want to grasp the important nature of the concept of how Bitcoin Cash came into existence from the fork, and they don't even understand that Bitcoin is a fucking payment system, how am I going to try to beat that into somebody senseless, just fucking sitting there beating them on the head until they get it? If they don't understand that Bitcoin is a payment system, there is no point. I'm going to be beating this person to death. They're not going to get it. It's a fucking payment system, guys. Wake up! They want to buy a new Gucci belt. Yeah, they're fixated. Yeah, most people are fixated on, you know, who's got the coolest phone, the coolest pair of shoes. Like, this shirt I'm wearing, I've had for like 5 years. These pants I'm wearing, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. These socks, I mean, good God, I'm surprised they even still fit on my feet. They don't have holes in them. My point is, guys, is I don't sit there and like, oh my God, the new phone came out. I got to get that new phone. Oh my God, I got to get these new shoes. Oh my God, everybody's talking about these Lululemon sports pants. I got to get me some. I don't sit there and worry about that shit. And you shouldn't either. There's no point. If you want to, if that kind of stuff like gets your dick hard, then maybe find a new hobby. Stop trying to follow the herd. It's better to walk in the direction by yourself, in the right direction, than to follow this herd of people in the wrong fucking direction. So if I see a bunch of people doing this, you know what? First off, I'm not going to do that. Second off, before I even consider doing that, I'm going to rationalize with my own self and wonder and ask myself a bunch of questions inside my own mind and ask myself, why are all these people doing that? And then I might say, oh, that makes sense. I might partay in what they're doing. But 9 times out of 10, if I see 10 people go left, my ass is going right. That's how I am. Chad's gonna get a private jet with his future wealth. I don't know, Jay. I don't really like flying, honestly. I don't know if I want to be on a little jet. I'd rather be on some big ass commercial airliner. I might be a little scared. I wonder if Gabriel will start making videos again soon. I'm sure that fucking dude will come back around. I kind of miss his videos, honestly. I wish he'd come back. Yeah, somebody send him a message, man. Let's get on there and I'll send him a message. I think Korean Boy Jay was the last one who said he was like in Thailand or something like that. He's a big Bitcoin Cash guru, man, and you know, with his, I don't know if he was working or whatnot, he might have had to go somewhere a little bit cheaper, or you know, that way he could protect his Bitcoin Cash. I don't think he sold his Bitcoin Cash though. He might have said he did, but I don't think he did. He has too much of a convincing argument on Bitcoin Cash for, I think, to sell out. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Bitcoin Cash billionaires too, Jay, not just millionaires. But I would say these people in this top bracket right here, these are all going to be billionaires. Billionaires. It's going to be another 300 or another 200. Another 202 billionaires right here. 203 billionaires added to the world, the net crypto world. Another guy, another topic here is pretty worth discussing, guys. I don't know if anybody heard. ℚ𝕚 not Bitmain, not ℚ𝕚, guys. If you don't know ℚ𝕚, he's the CEO and founder of Bitmain, which is the largest. They basically build mining rigs for mining crypto. most simply put. So he's owner of that company. He's the founder of the company. I don't know if he's still the CEO. Maybe he's stepped down. I don't follow the narrative behind it, but nonetheless, ʄ𝕗 basically started a new company, like a subsidiary of Bitmain, or maybe just a new company altogether, where they buy distressed assets, like mining companies that are either upside down on their loan payments or insolvent or bankrupt, basically. And he goes in and buys them out for whatever price. So, ʄ𝕗 is, he actually claimed Bitcoin Cash was going to be 100,000 USD. I don't know what day he put it on, like 2025 maybe 2023. Don't quote me on the date, but you can look it up. He was talking about it on YouTube. You can find a video or two about it. But I would say if ʄ𝕗 does what is in line with where his actions have been in terms of Bitcoin Cash in the past, I would say he's going to turn those miners onto Bitcoin Cash. I mean, right now it's already 16% profitable to mine Bitcoin SV. I watched this guy, I forget his name, but he does Bitcoin SV videos, and 16% more profitable to mine Bitcoin SV right now. I don't know how much more profitable it is to mine Bitcoin Cash. Probably more profitable than Bitcoin at the moment, and at any moment, because of the difficulty adjustment on it. Don't take my word for it. If I say anything that sounds fishy or just like I don't know what I'm talking about, just call me out, guys. I'm definitely willing to learn here. I'm not I wouldn't say I'm a dolphin, Jay. I think that's maybe I'm a fish the dolphin ate. In terms of Bitcoin Cash, I think that's more relevant and in line with the size. Guys, I gotta get going here. Coming up on midnight, I gotta get going here. But it's been my pleasure to make this video tonight, and I hope to do it again here. Just gonna read through this real quick. Do you think it's possible that BCH can manipulate to the point of no return? No, I think if anything, people would manipulate the price on the upside, because the exchanges essentially want people to come in. They essentially want people to buy new positions in a new coin. Because anytime that they move a coin from, like, say, Ethereum to Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash, or Bitcoin Core, BTC to Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin to Bitcoin Cash is another popular trading pair. They have a record of that. So they want to manipulate the price on the upside. In my opinion. Justin Freesoul, thank you, brother. I don't know if I'm a legend, but I appreciate you inspiring me. I'm not just here to inspire you all. You guys inspire me. That's why I do these videos. If I wasn't inspired by all you guys, girls in the chat saying, hey man, thank you, or just the word of applause, it does something to my psyche as well. It's not just me out here, just talking up a storm to inspire people. I get inspired too by individuals just like you, Justin. So thank you. ʄ𝕗 went ghost. No, he's been around. He hasn't been like making Bitcoin Cash videos constantly. But BCH is a coin for honest, brave, and smart people. Yeah, guys, nobody said this shit was going to be easy. Nobody said this shit was going to be easy. I'll pull up Bitcoin Core right here. Nobody said this shit was going to be easy. So if it looks like it's going to be easy, it's not. Every fucking day is hard. Hard. It gets harder. Things happen. You deal with it. So if we go all the way back, do you think people right here in Core, when they were first mining it, look at this. Look at this, guys. Watch it. Watch the size of this growth here. 5 minutes. Let me go back here. Go back to the Genesis block. Boom, guys. Look at this. Do you think anybody was scared? No. They weren't scared. Not even when it went down to 30, down to under $1. They weren't fucking scared. Not even when it went from $200 to $1,000. back down to 250, they weren't fucking scared. They weren't fucking scared. And look at this, they kept not being scared. At 20K, they weren't scared. You think Roger Ver was fucking scared when it went to 20 grand? No. You think Roger Ver was scared when it went to 60 grand? No. Roger Ver wasn't scared at all. And neither should you be. Neither should you. Because the real people that are in this stuff aren't fucking scared. I'm not scared. Nothing scares me about this shit. This shit could go to fucking 0, damn near. I wouldn't be scared. I'd be a little like, what the fuck? But I wouldn't be fucking scared. But I don't think it's gonna do that. We're not gonna have a terrible run pull on Bitcoin Cash or any of these mineable cryptos. It's just not gonna happen. That's the problem when you have a staked coin. You give the power away. People gave Ethereum the power away. They gave Vitalik, they gave his fucking crew the power. So we'll see how ETC does. I'll just say that. BCH is a coin for the honest, brave, and smart. You said it, Justin. I didn't say it. You said it. I agree with you. You inspired me, my man. Thank you. That will follow, yes. People were making fun of Bitcoiners 10 years ago, yeah. Those same fucking people making fun of Bitcoiners are buying Bitcoin now. That's how stupid those fucking people are. Oh, you buy Bitcoin, you're a libertarian. It's like buying Monopoly money or Barney bucks or Disney dollars. Yeah, see how that fucking turned out. It's at 60 grand now. Even at 20 grand. You think anybody bought it at fucking $100 or under cares about if it's at 20 or 60? No, they know that shit's gonna go higher. Get with the times. Yeah, Justin Free Soul, not everyone owns BCH is honest. Yeah, nobody's honest. Can't trust anybody. If they're human, they have human error. Chad, are you live today to give us a crash warning? No, I'm not here to give anybody a crash warning, guys. In fact, I'm here to motivate and speculate and build up these price to where it should be. So, guys, I'm going to take off tonight. I'm going to end on a high note here. But where do you guys fall on this list? You know, ask yourself here. There's only 191 addresses with 10,000 Bitcoins or Bitcoin Cash or more. 191. So really, there's about 12,000 people, or there's about 11,000, 12, we'll say approximately 12,000 people. 12, 13. Say 13.5. A little bit less. There's only 13,500 people on this entire planet that have as much Bitcoin Cash as me or more. It's not a lot of people. So ask yourself, guys, where are you at on this scale? There's only 13,500 people in this world that has as much Bitcoin Cash or more than I do. Now, I don't know how exactly true that is because, to be completely honest with you, this number right here, which is quite a bit, 74%, which is, goddamn, it's a lot in terms of the rest of the spread, if you look at it. This could be multiple people that have like put multiple wallets and just has the software to build out multiple wallets, and I don't know if it's possible, but it could be. But I like to think it's more like this. There's only 13,500 people in the world that has as much Bitcoin Cash as I do, or has more Bitcoin Cash than I do at this given moment. I don't know, man. Where are you guys at here? I'm gonna take off, guys. Yeah, it's probably not accurate. It might be. But thank you guys. Thank you, Korean Boy J, Justin, Free Soul, River Page, Stark Origin. I don't know who else hit the chat. For anybody who didn't say anything, you know, DWM27 from Holland, Brady Y, you know, thank you guys. I'm gonna head out now. Make it a great night, great day wherever you're out in the world, and Just hang in there, guys. I'm here too. Don't forget it. Don't forget why you're here. Don't forget it.